In Jesus' name. I don't know how long you've been suffering in your temple. I don't know what kind of situation that you've been going through. I don't know whether it is your back. I don't know whether it's your eyes. Whatever it is, God desires to perfect everything in that temple. That you will no longer be spending money for doctors and hospitals and buying drugs. He desires that you should use your money wisely. He desires that you should use your money in fruitful ways. Because when you are spending it in hospitals and doctors, I mean, that's something that you don't need. You can put your money to better use. Praise the Lord. Let's talk about strength. The story of Elijah, who outran Ahab's chariot, in the book of 1 Kings, chapter 18, verse 46. The Bible tells us that there was famine in the land. And he prayed. Elijah prayed to our Father that the famine would end. He prayed that rain should come. And then by faith, he spoke to King Ahab. And he said, get into your chariot now and begin to go. Because this rain that I can see that is coming is going to be very, very heavy. Can you imagine what it would be like if for so many years that there was no rain in the land, and suddenly God answered the prayer that there should be rain? How heavy that rain would be. The Bible tells us that the skies went black, very dark. So can you imagine if it caught you on the way, that you would be heavily beaten by the rain? So he said to the king, jump into your chariot, begin to go. But guess what? God wanted to prove his ability. God wanted to prove his power. Elijah prayed. What did God do? He strengthened Elijah. He gave him supernatural strength. And he got there before Ahab. He got into town running on his feet before Ahab could get there, or in his chariot. It's like saying you want to outrun a car with your feet. I'm sure before you run to the door, the car has already almost reached Ikeja. Praise the Lord. God wanted to prove himself, and he did. Some may say that you are old, that you are feeble, that what can you do? But God is able to strengthen you in your inner man. And make a show of you to glorify himself. That will be your testimony. In the name of Jesus. Praise the Lord. Praise the living Jesus. In Jesus' name. Amen. So God he did that. And I believe everything I read in the Bible, and so should you. The Bible tells us that Moses lived to 120 years. Now I'm going to live to 120 years and beyond, in good health, and I will be strong. I will be strong. The Bible says that his eyes did not go dim, neither did his strength fail him. Your eyes will not go dim. Your strength will not fail you. That God that did it for him will do it for you. In the name of Jesus. Marriage. about the children of Israel? He wanted to show them that they had been prostitutes towards him, that they had been serving other gods. If you look in the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verses 12 to 13, lamented in that book. And he called Hosea and he said, I want you to do something for me. Go and marry that prostitute. Because he wanted to showcase to the children of Israel what they had been doing to him. Because if they can see it like you're watching a movie, but now you are seeing it in real life, then they'll be able to feel more remorse if they didn't have any remorse before. Can you imagine if somebody told Mr. Away to go and marry a prostitute? Will you do that? No. But it's God that's speaking. How many will do that? I don't see any show of hands. I don't see any show of hands. Have you Pastor Bankole? Somebody he said go and marry a prostitute. But Prophet Hosea had to do it. He knew the awesome power of God. Who was it to question God?
He had to confirm it.
God wanted to show the children of Israel how his enduring love for the Israelites is. The same way that he loves you and I. His love for us is enduring. It's powerful. You cannot really imagine it. So you have to showcase this story and this situation. Because this prostitute of a wife kept on being a prostitute. She did not change. But the Bible tells us that Prophet Hosea continued to love her. Nevertheless, praise God. It takes faith in God to be able to do that. We have just measured your faith. It's not like Prophet Hosea's own. Nobody put up their hand. You will get there. That's why we are gathered here. In the name of Jesus. This is the story of Hagar and Sarah. Hagar was sent packing by her mistress in Genesis 16, 3 to 15. We all know the story. Sarah could not have children, and she gave her maid to her husband Abraham and said, go into her, let her begin to have children, and when she has children, those children are mine. Hagar gave birth. Sarah ill-treated Hagar because she was rude, and she treated her anyhow. In fact, it got to a stage she said, get out of my house. And she reported him to Abraham. Abraham said, Papa, are you not the one that brought her? Did I ask you for her? Are you not the one who gave her to me on a platter of gold? I was only obeying you. Praise the Lord. And that's what happened. Hagar went out of the house, took the child with her, sat under a tree, was crying. The baby was crying, and there was no food, no drink, no nothing, until the angel of the Lord showed up. And God said, go back. She went back by faith. By faith, she went back. And in obedience, she went back. All sorts of things are happening in marriages these days. But God is in every marriage. Amen. If you don't know, if you think He's not seeing you, if you think He doesn't know what you are doing, you are deceiving yourselves. He wants you to do things according to His will. His guidelines are in the Bible. Praise the Lord. So what am I saying? that through the mercies of God, your search for your spouse, your own spouse, your own will no longer be delayed. Yeah. It will no longer be denied. Yeah. You know how magnet attaches to iron, everything metal. That is how you and your spouse will get attached to one another. In the name of Jesus, you will find each other. You will not enter into the wrong hole. Your children will not enter into the wrong hole. They will not make wrong decisions. In the name of Jesus. Praise the Lord. Number 6, let's talk about restoration. That kind of restoration that God has given us. Praise the Lord. We know the story of Dorcas in Acts 9:32 to 42. How her life was restored. This was a wonderful woman. She had a beautiful heart. She was a giver, she was generous. And yet, she died. People wondered why she died so soon. And they didn't want to bury her. They did not want to believe that she was dead. They did not want to accept her death. But by faith, they refused to bury her because of the love that they had for her. And they called on Peter. And God used Peter to resurrect her. Is that not restoration? She was restored back to life. And her friends and family, neighbors, widows, everybody started rejoicing because she had come back to life. Praise the Lord. And there's the story of the floating axe head in the book of 2 Kings chapter 6 verses 1 to 6. Elisha had gone with his disciples to the forest to go and cut trees. And while they were cutting the trees, one of those who went with him, his axe suddenly flew out from his handle and it fell into the river. And he screamed. He said, "Oh my God, that axe was borrowed." Now borrow you borrow, and the thing don't go. What did we go do? Elisha knew what to do. Man of God, heavily anointed. He cut a little stick and he threw it into the water. And he made sure that it fell in the spot where the axe had fallen into deep water. And guess what? Iron axe. It floated. Is that not miraculous? It's the stick that's supposed to float, but instead the axe floated. You know the stick is not supposed to go deep down like that. That one is supposed to float. But that one went deep down, and instead the axe came up and started floating. Praise the Lord. The Lord will turn things around because of you. Because He knows you by name. Because He loves you. Because you came here to repent. Because you came here to ask Him for mercy. I said your story will change. It will change for the better. In the name of Jesus. Your miracles will manifest. In Jesus' name. Amen. That gift of restoration is here. No matter what you have lost through ignorance, whatever you have lost through disobedience, whatever you have lost through grace and mercy, you will get them all back. Sevenfold in the name of Jesus. Amen. The time of renewal, the time of restoration is here. In Jesus' name. Last but not the least, number 7. resurrection. The valley of dry bones, we all know the story, but I'm here to remind you and to encourage you in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verses 1 to 14, where God told Prophet Ezekiel to walk to the valley of dry bones. And he asked him what he saw. And he told him to prophesy that bones, skeletons that had no flesh, the skeletons that were from dead bodies, that were remnants of the house of Israel, that he should prophesy on those dry bones, that those dry bones should come back to life. He prayed. He told God. He said, let the four winds, north, south, east, and west, let them come and breathe on those bones right now. Long and short of the story, they got up. There was a rattling. There was a noise. There was a rattling. There was a noise. And before you knew it, there was a mighty army. Huge army that started walking, that had breath, that had life. Praise the Lord. Whatever may be dead in your life, they have come back to life in the name of Jesus. Amen. Then there's the story of Elisha and the dead body in 2 Kings 13:21, who tells us about a dead body that was being taken for burial.